Hello everyone, my name is Derek and welcome to Gear on the Go. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use an Insta360 as a dash cam, reasons you may want to do so, some of the equipment needed to make it possible, and some of the benefits and drawbacks. Let's get started. So to start off, I'm going to go over the menus of the camera. So if we power it on, then we go to our different modes. We're going to go over one called road mode in the 360-degree view. So if you tap on that, go down to your menus. We're going to start off in the top left. We're going to set our loop space. This is how much space in your memory card the camera is going to record. And it's going to continuously loop the video so that the oldest footage is deleted if it's not stored to an external device or to the app. So right now I have mine set up to do 3 hours and 20 minutes of a loop. And it's going to take up that much space. This slider over here, you can adjust it from 12-minute loops all the way up to 5 hour and 26-minute loops. Next setting over, this is the power off charging. So right now with this setup, what it's going to do is if I plug it in while the camera's off and it's on road mode, it's going to power up the camera and start recording instantly. Additionally, if you don't want it to fire up and start recording every time you plug it in, you can just have it charge only. That way when you plug something in, it will just charge. The next menu over here, the timestamp watermark. This is going to put a watermark on the bottom right-hand corner of your footage. You can turn that on or off. So down the middle of the screen, we do have our different resolutions. It goes from 4K all the way up to 8K. 5.7K is a good compromise. It's able to record well in the low light as well as when you're outside in bright daylight. If you go over to 5.7K plus or even the 8K, it'll give you this little message down here that your camera's going to heat up faster and it's going to use a lot more storage space. That's the same thing for the 5.7K plus. So additionally down here you do have your different frame rates. It goes from 24 all the way up to 60 for 5.7K. I like to leave mine on 30, that's a pretty realistic frame rate, but you could always adjust it based on your needs. So if we swipe out of here, we could tap on the little car there and go to single lens. We could set it up to do loop recording. It'll record out of one of the two different lenses on the front or the back. So as we go into the settings of the loop recording, at the very top you'll have your ratio, which is 16:9. That's the widescreen like YouTube. But if you want to change that to 9:16, kind of like an Instagram reel or a TikTok, you can do that as well. As far as your resolution, it goes from 1080p all the way up to 4K. For frame rate, 24 to 60. At the very bottom menu, you have your loop duration. Very similar, it's going to record a set amount of footage, then it'll overwrite the oldest. That could be set to do 1-minute loops all the way to infinite, so it'll just overwrite your whole memory card. For this mode, I'd recommend leaving it at like 30. That allows you to get a decent amount of clips and information. So now let's go over the accessories needed to make this possible. So traditionally, you'd mount a dash cam in your car either by using adhesive on the windshield or by putting up a suction cup on the windshield. In order to mount the Insta360 in my rental cars, I found the King sun visor mount, which is perfect for my needs. It's easy to clip onto the sun visors, and it's also easy to make adjustments if necessary. In order to help secure the Insta360 and have the ability to deploy and remove it quickly, I put on a Falcam F22 quick release plate. Then I have the bottom right here on the Insta360. So whenever this is mounted up in the car, I can just slide the camera and now it's perfectly secured on there. Then to take it off, you just press and hold this release, pull the camera out, and then you can put it in your bag and get on with your day. Additionally, I have another quick release plate here on my action selfie stick. So that way, without taking off the base plate on the camera, I can just slide it onto the camera. Now I can use my selfie stick like normal. So in order to power the camera on the rental cars, I use a 6-foot USB-C cable by Anchor. This allows me to reach any potential power location within the rental car. Additionally, with the shape of this, it fits nicely in the charging door of the Insta360. Additionally, the bright color allows me to not forget it in the rental car. So this cable pairs nicely with the Anchor car power adapter. It's small, lightweight, and fits in any of the 12-volt cigarette outlets in the rental cars. Then I'll have links to everything you see here down in the video description below. Now let's get to the rental car and get this set up. Whenever you get into your car, you want to find some sort of power source. So this particular car has one of the cigarette outlets. So if I just push this door open, I could plug in the Anchor power adapter. Plug it right in down here. I do have a USB-C cable. Just plug that into the power adapter. And now I can power the Insta360 camera while I'm driving. So once you get your power adapter plugged into your car, you're going to take your sun visor mount. You're going to throw it up here on the sun visor. It just clips onto the front of any sun visor. And you're able to adjust the ball here. And since we put on that quick adapter earlier, and we also have a quick adapter plate on the bottom of the Insta360, what we're going to do is we're going to open up the battery door, the charging door, and we're going to plug in the USB-C cable. Then if you left it on road mode, it's going to automatically fire up and start recording. And now we're good to drive. So now we've driven around a little bit, I'm going to go over the different modes of the camera. So in 360 mode, that's the primary one I've been using since I've had the camera. And since I've been using the Insta360 as a travel dash cam, I've used it in various weather and lighting conditions. During the daytime, the image is great and you can clearly see outside of the car as well as what's going on inside of the car. When it's raining, a lot of the fine detail is obscured by the rain, but you can still make out what's going on around the car. In dark environments, like parking garages, it's more difficult to see fine detail because of low light, but you can still see what's going on around the car. Since this camera is capable of 8K imaging, you may think this would be the best option for all lighting scenarios. The camera will suggest switching to 5.7K so it's better on low light, as well as it will have a smaller file size. In the single lens mode, you're still able to use it as a dash camera, but the positioning of the camera is extremely important. In this example, I have it pointed out of the front windshield in 4K resolution. The image looks great, but you can miss an event if you're not filming in the 360 road mode, such as a motorcycle going on the side of the car. Overall, the Insta360 works fairly well as a travel dash camera. The camera is lightweight, easily mountable in any rental car with the right equipment, and offers unique perspectives with 360-degree field of view. With the raw footage in the Insta360 app, you can always reframe the footage after the fact and get multiple different videos from the same footage. However, with the camera's image quality, it can be more difficult to make out fine details such as license plate numbers, especially when you're using the recommended 5.7K resolution that the camera recommends. While I wouldn't buy an Insta360 to use exclusively as a dash cam, the sun visor mount and built-in features allow me to get additional functionality out of my camera, especially when I'm traveling. The setup also gives me peace of mind that everything will be captured if anything happens on the road. If you made it this far, I really appreciate you watching. Consider liking and subscribing for future travel-related content just like this. Stay safe out there and have a wonderful day.